What's going on? What's going on? Hope everything is going good. Oh man. Hope you guys been doing good. Hope everything's been going alright. Alright. Get my little notes together here. Oh man. So, Old Dogg, Anti-Imperial to Chill. You guys know how it goes, man. It's my artist name, Old Dogg, Anti-Imperial to Chill. 3 names, right? Old Dogg is like the sexually explicit gangster. He's a clown. Anti-Imperial is the center because it's more of who I truly am. Anti-Imperial is all about history, politics, social issues, and things like that. What's going on, Emma? How you doing, sister? Religion, sociology, psychology, physiology, and things like that. And the chill is the last one, and the chill is a hopeless romantic, and that's who the chill is. Oh, good to see you. What's going on, 23? Good to see you. Good to see you, my brother. What's going on, Raul? What's going on? I see you. I see you. What's going on, Superstar 617, aka Sonya? What's going on, Tony? I see you. I see you. It's all good. So, what's going on, the beautiful Cortland Ryan? How you doing? It's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. So, that is the artist name, Old Dogg, Anti-Imperial to Chill. This is Diversity Outspoken. We do this every Wednesday, every Sunday. What's going on? Happy, beautiful Wednesday to you, the beautiful Cortland Ryan. Brown boy, what's going on? What's going on? It's all good. Diversity Outspoken, we do this every Wednesday, every Sunday. And this is 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. So 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone Wednesdays, and 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone on Sundays. For all of us that are on the other side of the world, you know, it is the morning time. But for those in the U.S., it is the night time. And that's the time we use when we say the time that we're coming on. So that is 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Time Zone, and that is Wednesdays and Sundays. What's going on, beautiful Jewel? How you doing? It's all good. I am Emma. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's all good. Pet on, pet on, pet on. I see you. I see you. You guys can get in touch with me, you guys, on Instagram. You guys can get in touch with me on Instagram. This is Instagram Live, but this will also be posted on YouTube. You can get in touch with me on Instagram. At anti_imperial. There will be a little underscore, that little line that goes down the bottom right here at anti_imperial. You can also get in touch with me on TikTok at anti_imperial on TikTok. The same thing. It'll be a little line down here, anti_imperial on TikTok. Anti-Imperial on YouTube, as you see here, anti-space imperial. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Emma saying, what up, the beautiful Jewel? We're one big happy family. It's all good. Definitely. To get in touch with me on or to subscribe to my YouTube, hopefully you guys subscribe to my YouTube. The Lord's Blessing video I dropped on YouTube yesterday. Just started posting little snippets on Instagram today, but dropped on YouTube yesterday. But we'll see what's up with that. Besides that, to subscribe to the YouTube, you guys, you can go to the Instagram bio page, my Instagram bio page. You all have that bio page, and that bio page, we all get that one line in our bio page. That is a link, and that link is always my latest video. So if you go to the my Instagram bio page, my IG bio page, you click that link, whatever video is my latest video will come up. And therefore, you can subscribe, hit the subscribe button that's right there. And that's how that goes. It's all good. Anti, why is it anti? Why is it anti? Brown boy, I see you. We'll see what's up with that. Why is it anti? Because anti meaning against, and imperialism is like, you know, well, 23 you were taking, right? You're taking history. You guys were talking about imperialism, but imperialism kind of mean like the imperialism as far as like British imperialism and things like that. Who's that? Matthias, I see you. What's going on? Eminent artwork. I see you. Tan 199. It's all good. I see you. What's going on? 7786. I see you. It's all good. But anti mean like against imperialism, against the imperialism as far as like colonialism, right? So like kind of like what the British Empire did and things like that, to go around to different countries and colonialize through their imperialistic efforts other countries, right? Because remember, not only am I I'm half African American, but my mom is Native American. So the colonialism and imperialism of British Europe, the way they did the Native Americans over in the United States, where you are, you know, I didn't really appreciate that. You know, to go to somebody else's country, that's always been their country, and to kill all the natives off, or to go to somebody else's country, just take it over and say, okay, this is mine now. That'd be like if somebody goes to your house and it's like, okay, this is mine now, right? So it's the same type of thing. So I'm against, you know, that historical imperialism, as far as colonialism, as far as going into somebody else's land and just taking it for yourself, and then just killing all the individuals who were the originators of that land. So that's why it's anti-imperial. So that's how that goes. That's all. But it's all good. But if you guys know me, you guys know that you know, I love history, and even though, you know, for example, like even though I am, you know, half African American, half Native American, I still respect, you know, all races of people. I still respect everybody equally. I don't have any hang-ups too much as far as, you know, hating on or you know, disliking an entire race of people because of the past descendants, what they might have done. I never hold people accountable like that. I hold people accountable for that individual person right here and now, and how they treat me, right? So I don't say like, oh, because your ancestors did this to my ancestors, I'm going to hate you. I never do that, and I never will, right? So I hold everybody accountable, the person that I see in front of my face. Doesn't matter what your ancestors did, doesn't matter what anything did. It's all about how you treat me, and that's how I judge people. So it's all good. It's all good. But definitely. So, man, I'm trying to keep you guys on this time for too long. I say that every time, right? So remember, you guys, that you can catch me on those daily historical posts. I post those daily historical posts every day. I see you. Your mom was Native American, man. So shout out to her, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to her, Tan199. I see you on that. What's going on? 017, you know what I'm saying? 017, I see you. It's all good. But definitely, Tan, I see you with that, man. And you know what I'm saying? You know, you have my heart and my mind, you know, when I hear that. So I appreciate it. It's all good. Appreciate you and your bloodline and your lineage. Definitely. My daily historical posts, you guys, if you get bored or anything like that, you can look at my daily historical posts. I post those every day. You know, I take time to research those. Those are done usually like a couple of weeks in advance, so I know what's coming up. But yeah, man, if you ever want to know, hey, what happened on this day, going back, you know, decades or hundreds of years or even thousands of years, I'll usually put like 3 or 4 different stories, like as far as like historical moments in like that post, so you can flip through like 3 or 4 different things you guys can see. All right, what's going on, Dilma? I see you. It's all good. So besides that, you guys know my only rule is to be respectful of each other, respectful of the environment here. You guys can agree, disagree. I want everybody's voice to be heard. Nobody gets shunned here. Whether you agree or disagree with me, it doesn't even matter. Just be respectful of the environment and respectful of everybody else. That's all I ask, right? So we were going through characteristics of an ideal partner. We went through maturity, and I spoke about how an ideal partner should be mature, and that's more than just like taking out the garbage and things like that. Mature as far as like emotionally mature, verbally mature, being able to communicate, which will also come up later, and emotionally, verbally, physically, yes, but more of just the emotional and verbal are the main 2 things. But somebody should also be mature as far as their behaviors with like how they mentally are, right? So mental maturity might be the most important out of those type of maturities, right? The emotional, the verbal, but also the mental maturity may be the most important one. So emotional, verbal, but mental maturity, right? So your ideal partner should definitely be mentally mature, right? It's the number one thing. Mentally mature is the number one thing in that. And this is for you, right? If you want to be an ideal partner, you should be emotionally mature, verbally mature, being able to express yourself, but also mentally mature, which might be the number one thing out of those 3. The next one is openness, right? So openness, that kind of leads to like that verbal maturity as far as being able to express yourself. Number 2 I said was openness. Openness is like communication, being able to be open, say what you feel, say what went on in your past, so that your partner's not guessing. What's going on, Aaron? I see you. So that your partner's not guessing what's going on, right? Your partner's not guessing about what you're feeling inside, right? Remember I gave that example that, you know, there's a lot of people sometimes that they don't like when certain things happen, but they'll complain that those things are happening even though they've never told their partner that they don't like those things. They'll sit there and complain and huff and puff and breathe in and breathe out and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when your partner does something you don't like and you're like, ah, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't tell your partner you didn't like it. So why are you breathing in and breathing out heavy if you weren't verbally mature enough to, you know, let your partner know that you don't appreciate that, you know, that thing that they're doing. Now, if you've told them and they just continue to do the same thing, then that's their fault. That's not on you, right? But if you've never even told them or communicated with them, if you were never open to them to even let them know that you don't like those things, then that is your fault, all right? So the second one was openness. First one was maturity. Second one was openness. The third one was honesty. We went through that in a lengthy fashion the other day. And honesty, I said, might be the number one most important thing out of this whole list of things that I've come up with. And that is because when you're dishonest with somebody, when you cheat on them, when you lie to them, you change their whole reality. You mess with their whole world. You turn their whole world upside down, because everything that they thought was reality, all the things you told them, all the I love yous, all the we'll be together forever, every time you told them they're beautiful, every time you told them their sex was great, everything you've ever told them, they now question themselves, and they now start to question everything that they are. And that is a horrible feeling to have. So honesty may be the number one thing out of this entire list. That was number 3. Honesty and integrity, right? That was number 3. So maturity, openness was number 2. Number 3 is honesty and integrity, right? Number 4 is respect and independence. Respect and independence. You definitely need to respect your partner, you guys. I go here and I say, ideal partners value each other's interests, separate from their own. They feel congenial towards and supportive of each other's overall goals in life. You have to respect each other, and you also have to respect each other's independence, right? So I call this one number 4, respect and independence. It says they are sensitive to the other's wants, desires, and feelings, and place them on an equal basis with their own. Ideal partners treat each other with respect and sensitivity. Very important. You have to treat each other with respect and sensitivity. What's going on, Deron Williams? I see you. You have to respect and sensitivity. You have to also, you guys, not try to control one another. Okay. Not only treat them with respect, sensitivity, but do not try to be controlling. There's a lot of men out there who want to be controlling. That is not being respectful of you and your partner's relationship. That's also not being respectful of your partner's independence. Hence the word independence. Do not try to be a controlling man, okay? Do not try to be a controlling man. Sometimes women fall into that also. Do not try to be a controlling woman, okay? Try to have the respect for somebody else's independence, because that will show respect for your overall relationship. Okay. It says you have to be respectful of your partner's distinct personal boundaries, but your partner, like I said before, has to communicate those personal boundaries, right? You have to, at the same time of being respectful of those personal boundaries, you have to remain close physically and emotionally, all right? You have to remain close physically and emotionally, okay? All right? Tan says trust. Yes, if you don't have trust, you don't have anything. Tan, I'm not done with my list yet. Definitely, I'm not done with my list yet. For real. Definitely, you got to have trust. I think trust falls into also that honesty phase, right? Because if you're honest, then you build up that trust, right? But the moment that you're dishonest, that trust may be broken forever. You know what I mean? So that honesty, that's why I said honesty might be the number one thing that is the most important thing out of this whole list of things that I came up with, right? Honesty may be the number one thing. Very good point, Tan. Very good point. I'm with you on that. What's going on? Who is that? Gula Jawa 1. I see you joining us. Appreciate it. It's all good. So you have to be, you have to be physically and emotionally available. Even though you're giving that respect of that independence to your partner, make sure you don't just shut yourself off. Like, I respect your independence, but don't talk. Like, I'm gonna shut myself off. So I'm gonna shut myself off. So now you guys are both in like a relationship, but you're living like two different apart in like the same relationship. Don't do that. Respect their independence, but also be there for them. Physically and emotionally, you guys. All right, don't just cut them off altogether. Like, I respect your independence. Let's be independent, but we'll still say we're in a relationship. But we're just going to be independent. Well, then why be in a relationship, right? So respect your independence of each other when you're in the relationship, but definitely continue to connect with one another. Okay. It says valuing and respecting our partners of sovereign minds and not trying to change them allows us to really know them as a separate people. Okay? All right? So you want to definitely respect your partner's independence. Very important. All right? So number 1 was maturity. Enzo, I see you. Number 2 was openness. Number 3 was honesty and integrity. Number 4 is respect and independence. Number five is empathy. You have to be empathetic, you guys. You have to be empathetic, okay? Aaron says there's a song that just came out called Independent Together. It's all good. Definitely send it to me later, for sure. You know, well, hey, if you can be independent and be together, that's perfect. That's like respecting each other's independence, just what I'm talking about here, right? So hopefully this song goes to that level. You know what I mean? Hopefully it doesn't go further than that, like we're just gonna pretend like we're not together but live in the same house. It's kind of like when you guys ever see not the song, but I'm saying just like in real life on the bad side, on the negative side. You guys ever see like old people, like grandparents and stuff, that don't like they live in like separate rooms, and like they do like they barely talk every day, like they barely communicate throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? They just stay married because they've just been married for so long. That's just the way it is. But they like sleep in separate rooms. They don't talk to each other. Like, that's like taking that respect each other's independence. That's taking it too far when it gets to that point, right? So you still want to be available for the person, for your partner. You know what I mean? Emotionally and physically, you still want to be there for them. The number 5 was empathy. I came up with empathy for my next one. And so to be empathetic, you guys, is very important. And being empathetic, I know when you guys hear the word empathy, you mean like to be sad. But it's not to be sad. To be empathetic means to be like kind of understanding, right? To be understanding of somebody else and what they're going through. That's to be empathetic. It's not a sad thing, even though the word empathy, you kind of picture somebody crying when you hear the word. A lot of people do. That's kind of like what you see in your mind. But so I say here, under empathy, I wrote, the ideal partner perceives their mate on both an intellectual, observational, and emotional level. This person is able to both understand and empathize with his or her partner. So it's understanding. Being empathetic means you understand, right? You can relate and understand. Exactly, Aaron. You hit it right on the head. Aaron is the one. Aaron's schooling all of us today. I appreciate it. What's going on, Darren's mommy, aka Kenya? How you doing, sister? So you want to be empathetic, right? You want to empathize, you want to be understanding. It says, I go on to say, when two people in a couple understand each other, they become aware of the commonalities that exist between them and also recognize and appreciate the differences. So you have to be empathetic, quote unquote, understanding, right? To appreciate the differences that you guys have between one another. And you have to also be understanding or empathetic to appreciate and recognize the similarities that you guys have between one another, right? So you definitely want to go ahead and do that. I'll go on to say that you have to be respectful of the other person's wants, attitudes, and values. Okay, you have to be respectful of the other person's wants, attitudes, and values. And each partner should feel understood and validated. So you have to be empathetic and understanding to the point to where each partner feels validated for how they feel and what they say. So even if you disagree, kind of like my number 1 rule here on Diversity Outspoken, I always say, what's going on? Who's that fly res guy? What's going on? But how I say my number 1 rule is that we all respect each other. Even if you disagree, be respectful, right? So I say the same thing here. So even if you are disagreeable, right, or disagree with somebody, they should feel like what they say and how they feel is validated, right? Because remember, we all grow up in our families, in our households, and we might have different values and different beliefs than like our partner, because we didn't grow up in the same household with them. So being that's the case, they might believe and see things differently than how we do. So you need to be understanding or empathetic for how they see things, all right? And so even if you disagree, you have to say, okay, you know what? I understand what you're saying. I disagree with you, but I understand why you would say that. But let me tell you why I disagree with you. Just have a conversation like that. You don't have to be like, what are you talking about? Are you effing crazy? Right? You don't have to be like that. You can like disagree about certain things, but then you kind of think about it, you run through it, try to understand why they feel like that, and that is somebody who is understanding, or as known as being empathetic. That is what empathy is all about. Okay? Definitely. The last thing I say is developing our ability to be empathetic helps us understand and attune to our partner. Right? So that's number 5, empathy. All right? So number 1 was, number 1 was maturity. Number 2, openness. That was communication, right? Remember, maturity was number 1. That was about the verbal, mental, emotional maturity. Number 2 was openness. That was communication. Number 3, honesty and integrity. That's where your truth falls in and things like that. Number 4, respect and independence. Okay, respect and independence. All right, respecting independence. And number 5, we just went through, was empathy. The next one I got you guys is affection. Affection is number 6. I put here. Affection. So affection, I put here, the ideal partner is easily affectionate. This is the ideal partner, right? We're talking about what would an ideal partner look like. The ideal partner is easily affectionate and responsive on many levels, physically, emotionally, and verbally. Affectionate physically, right? Sexually, kissing and things like that. Affectionate emotionally, you guys. That means that's empathetic, right? When you are affectionate, you're saying, you know what? Like, I understand what you're saying, right? If your partner's having a bad day, if they're sad, you're affectionately emotional, okay? You're showing affection through your emotion, all right? If they're having a bad day, you're not sitting there like, woohoo, party! You know what I'm saying? You're showing affection through your emotion, all right? That's showing affection emotionally. What's going on? Who is that? Who's that? Who's that Gizzly? What's going on? And it's Tony Mel. What's going on? I see y'all. It's all good. Your partner, he or she, is personal, you guys. If you're an ideal partner, you're personal, okay? You're acknowledging and outwardly demonstrative, all right? You outwardly demonstrate the feelings of warmth and tenderness. So you show affection, okay? You demonstrate warmth and tenderness, you guys. What's going on, Dougie Fresh? I see you. It's all good. You should enjoy closeness with your partner, all right? And you should be sexual with your partner, of course. Sex is a part of a relationship. When it gets to that point, you be sexual with your partner, and you have to be open about your sexuality, your sexual wants, and your things you don't want them to do, all right? Your sexual wants and your sexual dislikes, okay? Your sexual likes and dislikes. You have to be open about that when you guys get to that point of sexuality, all right? That's very important so that both you guys are on the same page as far as boundaries and as far as the openness of the sexuality, all right? And that's an agreement between the two of you. It doesn't have to be something that everybody else agrees with. It's not their business. It's between the two of you and what you guys decide to do between one another. And that is the most important thing with that, right? I go on to say being open to both giving and receiving affection adds great feelings to your lives, right? So if you're open to giving and receiving affection, it makes you feel good to receive it, and it makes you feel good to give affection to the person that you love. That's very, very important. So that's number 6. That was affection, right? Number 6 was affection, okay? So remember, number 1, maturity, okay? Number 2 is openness, right? And maturity, remember number 1, maturity was verbal, emotional, and physical maturity, okay? Number 2 is openness, and that's communication. Number 3 is honesty and integrity. That's where your truthfulness falls in. Number 4 is respect and independence, and you respect each other's independence. Number 5 was empathy, all right? And number 6 was affection. I have one more. We're almost done, you guys. And number 7, I threw this one in, right? Myself. Because I'm a crazy person. You guys know I love to have fun. I'm a funny guy. I love to smile, and I enjoy life. And every day I'm smiling and enjoying life. So, the last one I had to put in, what's going on, Maria Jose? I see you. The last one I had to put in was humor. I think your ideal partner, you guys, the ideal partner should have a sense of humor, you guys. Should have a sense of humor. I'm not saying they have to be a comedian. I'm not saying that you guys have to sit around and crack jokes all day, but they have to have a sense of humor. And the way I wrote this was, the ideal partner has to have a sense of humor. A sense of humor can be a lifesaver in a relationship. Check this out. The ability to laugh at oneself and laugh at life's problems and mistakes allows a person to maintain a proper perspective when dealing with sensitive issues that arise in a relationship. This is very important. So, if you have somebody who doesn't have a sense of humor, right? When you make a mistake in a relationship, they're going to be like, what are you talking about? Why did you do that? What? What do you mean? So, like, imagine, like, if you're at, like, a dinner party with you and your friends and things like that, and you guys are talking about different, like, world issues or cultural issues or things like that. And let's say you say something and you have it kind of wrong. You know what I mean? A partner without a sense of humor is going to, like, kind of, like, demean you in front of everybody else. You guys have seen this happen before, where, like, it's kind of like your partner doesn't think you're smart enough to, like, be a part of the conversation, or your partner doesn't think you're cool enough to be a part of the conversation. So when you open your mouth in front of a group of people, in front of a group of your partner's friends or something like that, your partner kind of, like, shuns you down. Like, what? That's dumb. What are you talking about? That's stupid. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. That's dumb. Anyway, guys, and continue to talk like if you're nothing, like if your words aren't valued enough. So if somebody with a sense of humor would do something like this, what'd you say? Babe, you're crazy. She's so funny. So funny. She's crazy, right? And then you make it so that even if they say something wrong, you make them feel like they're still, you guys, like, validated, and that they're still worth something. You make it so that they're still worth something. Because if somebody does not have a sense of humor, what's going on, boss lady? I see you. If somebody does not have a sense of humor, they really will not treat you in a positive way. They will not respond to you in a positive way. So that happens a lot, man. That happens a lot when a boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife get to the point to where, like, that honeymoon phase is over, and then it's kind of like you feel like they don't even want you around anymore, right? So then when their friends come over, or when you guys go out with their friends and things like that, you're afraid to kind of open your mouth, because if you say something that's wrong, your partner looks at you like you're dumb, and they treat you like you're dumb, right? But somebody with a sense of humor will know how to laugh it off and not embarrass you in front of people, and not, what's going on, boss lady, would not embarrass you in front of people and not make you look dumb in front of people. They'll be on your side and cover for you because they have a sense of humor. So even when you're able to make a mistake, they're able to laugh it off and kind of still hold you in a higher standard. So they help your self-esteem and help how you feel. And that's how important I believe having a sense of humor should be in an ideal partner, you guys. So definitely having a sense of humor, right? It helps you deal with the problems in your relationship, helps you deal with when you guys have disagreements and things like that, because one person just doesn't jump from 0 to 100 and start to, like, be real mean and real, like, derogatory towards you from the very beginning. They have a sense of humor. People that have a sense of humor seem to tend to treat you better in the bad moments, right? Because when moments aren't always perfect, people that have a sense of humor tend to treat you better in the bad moments, and that's kind of how that goes, I go on to say couples who are playful and teasing often diffuse volatile situations. So if you have a couple that's playful and teasing, problems that are bad, they end up not being so bad because they're able to look at each other and kind of like laugh at each other like, babe, what the hell are we arguing about? Like, come on, let's just have some fun. Like, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like this is minor. Let's not turn this into a big argument. Somebody that doesn't have a sense of humor will take something small and turn it into a huge, big problem, right? So you want somebody that has a sense of humor. I say a good sense of humor definitely eases the tense moments, you guys, in a relationship. So any tense moments, if someone has a good sense of humor, it eases the tense moments. Being able to laugh at ourselves makes life much easier. Plus, it is one of life's greatest joys to be able to laugh with someone close to us. And that is a beautiful situation. If you're able to have somebody with a sense of humor and you guys can laugh together, oh my God, the days look so much brighter and life is so much happier, right? So those are the things, you guys, that I feel like, those are my lists for if you want an ideal partner. This is part 3, so there's 2 more parts before this. If you didn't catch everything, the first one is maturity, and that is verbal, physical, and emotional maturity. Okay, verbal, physical, and emotional maturity. All right. Openness, that is communication. That's number 2. Number 3 is honesty and integrity. That's truthfulness and everything. That might be the number 1 thing, because if you're dishonest with somebody, you crush their whole world. Number 4 is respect and independence. Right. Number 5 is empathy. Okay, empathy meaning understanding. Number 6 is affection, and that is being affectionate, verbally, physically, and emotionally affectionate. That's number 6. And number 7 was a sense of humor, right? A sense of humor, because that will lead to a more respectful and a happier relationship. When you have people with a sense of humor, to be able to diffuse the bad times and make bad situations not so bad in the end, right? So that's what that is, you guys. And those are my kind of 7 things that I say that you need for an ideal characteristics, the 7 characteristics that you need for an ideal partner, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed that, man. Next time we'll move on to a new topic. You guys know this is Diversity Outspoken, you guys, and we call it Diversity Outspoken because we speak about a diverse range of topics, which means we speak about anything and everything. We are outspoken about those things, which means that we get right to the point. We don't pull any punches, but we are respectful with everything that we say. And that leads me to my number 1 rule, my only rule, and that is that we are respectful of one another and we're respectful of the environment. So you can agree with me, disagree with me. I will never try to shut down anybody's voice, but you have to be respectful upon your agreement or disagreement. If you are disrespectful, then I will block you guys, right? Make sure you guys check out my daily historical posts. As I said before, I do those every day. Those are just kind of things that, you know, you can keep up on to see what happened in that day, going back in history, decades, hundreds of years, or even thousands of years. You can follow me, you guys, on YouTube, Anti-Imperial. You see it right here. Right? On Instagram, you guys, it's at anti_imperial. There'll be an underscore here on Instagram, anti_imperial. And on TikTok, it's also anti_imperial on TikTok. There will be an underscore here on TikTok. The easiest way to subscribe to my YouTube, you want to subscribe to the YouTube, is to go to my Instagram page. For those of you guys who have me on Instagram, and you guys know on our Instagram bio page, we all get a bio page, our IG or Instagram bio page. On our bio page, there's always a link. That link is always my latest video, and it's always a YouTube video. Go ahead and click that link, and that video will come up, and just hit the subscribe button that's right there, and you will be subscribed. I appreciate that, you guys. Again, Dogg, Anti-Imperial, to chill. That is my artist name, 3 names. Dogg is kind of like the sexually explicit clown. He's a fun guy. He's a clown. Likes to have fun, things like that. He's like a little gangster a little bit and stuff like that. Anti-Imperial is the center, more traditionally who I am. Anti-Imperial is all about history and politics, religion and social issues, psychology and philosophy and physiology and education and things like that. That's Anti-Imperial. And the chill is a hopeless romantic, all about falling in love and raising a family and things like that. And that is the chill. I appreciate it, you guys. We do this Diversity Outspoken every Wednesday, every Sunday night, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. So 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time Zone on Wednesdays, and 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time Zone on Sundays. And that is United States Eastern Time Zones, right? 9 o'clock p.m. So appreciate it, you guys. You guys take care, man. You guys can always hit me up on Instagram Live. On Instagram on my DMs. This is Instagram Live, but it will also be posted on YouTube. You guys can always hit me up on my DMs if you ever have any questions or anything like that, or you just want to communicate. I appreciate that. You guys take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful day or night, depending on where you are in the world. I love you guys out there. You guys, until next time, take care and have a beautiful, 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 beautiful day or rest of the evening wherever you are, you guys. Take care. I love you guys. All right. Peace. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.